What up, guys? Coming at you guys with another video here to talk about Randy Caballero versus Diego De La Hoya. Second fight of the night. Hell of a fight, man. This was definitely one of those fights where I was really expecting an action-packed fight, and it definitely delivered. Definitely one of those fights that, I was like, okay, what's the undercard gonna be? Okay, we already got Canelo Triple G, which that in by itself, the undercard really didn't matter to the boxing fans because GGG versus Canelo, of course we're gonna buy it. But we're used to having Matisse on the undercard, David Lemieux, both of them were on it. Who else? Jojo Diaz was on it. We're used to have seeing Jojo Diaz. He was a co-main event, supposed to fight Lara. That sucks. Uh, Injury happened. He fought Rivera, pretty much shut him out. The first fight was fucking complete trash, and this is the second fight. And I was expecting Diego De La Hoya to win, just due to inactivity of Randy Caballero, and of course Randy didn't really look too spectacular in his last fight, but I really didn't see a shutout like it did 10-0. And I mean, congratulations to both these fighters. I mean, shout out to Caballero for still moving forward, still coming at him, still because technically he's a good boxer, but it was just too much. Diego De La Hoya was more of the pressure fighter, and he was weighing in at 136, and Randy Caballero was at 126. Pretty much a pretty huge weight gap, but nonetheless, De La Hoya is definitely one of the best prospects at 122. Hopefully, we get to see him fight. Dude, honestly, anyone at 122, any champ at 122. They got who they got? The super, yeah, the super bantamweight, WBO, Jesse Magdaleno. The WBC, who's the WBC? IBF. I mean, the IBF and the WBA was Carl Frampton. He vacated. The WBC is. Oh my god, how could I forget, man? I'm tripping right now. How could I. One of the best fighters of the world. How could I forget about Rigo? Well, Rigo is gonna be moving up to 130, or not moving up, for sure. Like, I mean, not moving up, as in to stay there, but he's gonna fight Lomachenko at 130. But he is technically the super champion, the WBA super champion. The regular champ, or no, the interim champ is Moises Flores. The regular champ, Roman Ray Vargas is the WBC champ. And the IBF, I think it's a Japanese fighter. I can't remember his name. This is the IBF. But yeah, definitely, man. I think De La Hoya is ready for a title shot, man. Especially at these lower weight classes where pretty much the only real threat is Rigondeaux and Magdaleno, honestly. I mean, if you look, I mean, the real competition is at 126. You have Oscar Valdez, Abner Mares, Leo Santa Cruz, Gary Russell, Lee Selby, Cuellar, a bunch of fighters out there. And definitely, I think, this is the first time that De La Hoya has been on the actual card. I mean, he was on the Kodo card, but he was on the prelims. But this is his first time he's actually on a card, and it was dope because he definitely delivered. Now it sucks that you know I don't think a lot of people saw this fight, just because, like, me as a boxing fan, I watch all the fights, sometimes even the prelims, if I'm not really doing anything. But you guys know that this event started earlier, and the arena was empty, 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 and a lot of the majority of the people who buy these pay-per-view fights don't really care about the undercards. They're just there for the main event. So, he might have got exposure, he might have not, but definitely hell of a fighter, man. I really enjoyed this fight, just as much as I enjoy Triple G Canelo. Go ahead and watch all my other videos if you haven't already, and see my thoughts on Triple G Canelo and how that ended. Peace.